Hello everyone, welcome to the stream on this fine, who even knows what day it is anymore. I think it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Well, it's either Tuesday or Thursday because we're playing no, Tuesday or Friday because we're playing Night in the Woods. Sorry for the unexpected non-stream on Sunday. I was tired? I think I was tired. I'm pretty sure I was tired. Gopher, I would have told you. Was I tired? Is that why I didn't stream on Sunday? Or did I have something come up? Or was it a combination? Gopher says she hates co-op. Oh, I see. It's because I hate co-op that I didn't do the Sunday stream. I see. I see. No, I think I was tired. But welcome, everyone. We are locked down where I am. Gopher says, yes, I was tired. Okay. But yes, I'm still locked down here. They extended our lockdown for 2 weeks, so I'm going to be locked down until at least the 2nd of September. That's all right. I don't really go outside anyway. Yeah, same as Victoria. Yes, Victoria is locked down at the moment for the same amount of time as Canberra is, so that's nice. We're lockdown cousins. But the streams shall continue. Oh yes, Griff said I went for a long grocery trip. That's correct, because my car, as you all know, I'd been getting my car fixed, which means I was really low on groceries. And then the day I got my car fixed, they announced the lockdown. So I had to get a lot of groceries, and I was like, well, I could go on a couple of short trips, or I could go on one longer trip. And I was like, which one of those is the more socially responsible and also personally safe thing to do? And I was honestly tossing up, but I was like, it's just going to be easier if I just get everything, and then on like every week I have to buy a liter of milk, and like I go like into the shops for 15 minutes. Safer, I am out less this way. It'll be fine. Anyway, yes, Melbourne has already had a couple of weeks, but let us go to the woods and forget our troubles by finding someone else's. You're going to lose these delightful ambient noises for a second while I get you the game. Get rid of that. Hex of Exco in New Zealand is also in big lockdown. I can get delivery, but then I feel like I'm just, what's the word? Like hiving off my responsibility and my risk of getting sick to some supermarket worker and also driver. Asparagus says, in Victoria, only one person is allowed to the supermarket per household, but in the shop there's always couples. Yep. Nice date down the grocery store, you know. I mean, geez, you're already allowed to do your... Actually, I don't know how it is in Victoria. But in the ACT, we are allowed to exercise outdoors with someone from the other household, so... New Zealand only has, for some reason, I think one case, but maybe it's not. Hood says, have we gotten vaccinated yet? So my appointment isn't until mid-September. It's the earliest I could get one, so... All right, let's go. We are going to Crocodile Graveyard, hence the title, Crocodile Graveyard, and also Fox History Museum, depending on how much time we have. All right, let me know, guys. There is music playing at the moment. How is the sound balance? Hood's just had your second shot. Nice. Ari, you've had your first. Excellent. Balance says go for excellent. Let's go grave robbing. Hey, B. Hey. You all right? You seem down. Oh, it's nothing. Stuff. You want to talk about it? Nah. Okay. What are you up to today? Let's see. Wandering around town. Have fun. Okay, so... Sorry, I just realized that I don't have chat where I need it to be. And I haven't got it up quite correctly yet. One moment. Asparagus, I'm getting the Pfizer. Oh god, what am I looking at? That's better. I'm in a position where I can wait, so I'll wait for the Pfizer. All right. All right. Whatever you want to do. Proximity. So, what kind of party is this? A Jackie party? What's a Jackie party? You remember Jackie? Yeah, she hates me. Oh, that was years ago. Uh-huh. Didn't Jackie have like a one-woman band? Yeah. Trans World Order, give them hell. Trans World Order, hell yeah. Twogs? Yeah, it's actually really great. She's got a great scream. I'm sold. Twogth. Hey B, say it. Say twogth. 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 Mae just like staring straight through the screen to the player here. Twogth. Twogth. It does sound a little bit like we're summoning an elder god. Anyway. This is a party, and Jackie invited me. Oh, we're not going to the graveyard? Dude, I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. Look at you. All going to secret parties and shit. They're not secret, Mae. Well, I wasn't invited. Okay, I invite you. You are now invited. Woohoo! Okay, we got like a 90-minute drive ahead, so... Geez, this better be some party. Jackie parties are worth the trip. Hoods would like the TLDR of this game. So we are a 20-year-old cat with some emotional issues. And we left college and we've come back to our small hometown, and then there's ghosts or something. And we found an arm in the street. Yeah, Gopher's got a good summary. Cat escaped from education to mess up town. Oh yeah, and we like bashed the shit out of a bunch of things and did knife fighting with our friend in the woods. We raised some baby rats, that's right. Hello Mikey, how are you? Hello everyone, I didn't greet everyone today. Whoops. Whoops. Let's greet everyone. Hello Asparagus. Hello Hoods. Congratulations on making the start of the stream. Hello Cheese. Hello Gopher. Hello Hexavexgon, hello Valestian, hello Aria. Hello Mikey. Hope you're all doing well. Oh, yeah, we stole a bunch of pretzels and our crocodile friend felt guilty for stealing a belt buckle with us. Oh, and I sucked at rhythm games a whole lot. Okay. I think I went here once in Girl Scouts to see some sort of longest night play. Yeah, I was there. Oh yeah, we were kind of stuck together back then. Why'd you start talking to me? I was new in town, and you seemed cool. That's it? You were smart and fun. What am I now? You know? Fun. It's like super shitty that you keep saying I'm not smart. I'm sorry, I'm mostly kidding. Mostly. You're not smart either. I was valedictorian of our class. Like that means anything in the real world. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, let's go. I'm kind of nervous about this. Stay close, alright? Nothing to be scared of down there. Just a party. Not too late to throw ourselves into traffic instead. Hey, Jackie. I don't know if I have seen this character before. I don't think I've seen this character before. So let's see. Hey, B. Hang on, no, this is someone who's like in a screamo band, right? But I'm not going to be screaming. Like, you don't, just because you're in a screamo band doesn't mean you start screaming at people as like your regular speech, you know? But I feel like you'd have a lower voice, maybe? Oh, weird, it's Mae. Hey, Jackie. You brought Mae. Yeah, is that okay? Sure, it'll be fun. Come on in, it's a good one. Is there like dancing and stuff? The world is ending, Mae. Of course there's dancing. Cool. Okay. Raspy voice. But you see, I don't want to give myself an IRL raspy voice, and doing raspy voice has a funny way of making you yourself have raspy voice. Oh god, we are actually in the club. Cool. Do I need to lower the volume? I guess this would make it, if I had to raise my voice to be heard above the music, it would make it realistic, right? Let's see. Celestine, you have a bad feeling about this. Is that because every time Mae tries to socialize, something terrible happens? Gopher says it's the Everhood Club. Oh, it's similar. It is definitely similar. Anyway, let me know if I need to raise my voice any more than I already have, or alternatively, if I've raised my voice too much. That's why I gotta take it seriously. Put your foot down. No fascists at this party. Ha ha ha, right. You don't talk this shit out. You punch that shit out. Do you think that's best? Yeah. Carry a knife and learn to throw a punch. Holy shit! We can't have no sense of humor about this shit. You know, this probably is actually a problem for, like, death metal gigs. Like, they probably have to make a decision about whether they want people like that at their gigs or not, and then have a zero tolerance policy about it. Hexavexion says that if I yell, everyone else can turn their sound down. That's correct. Blestian says you've heard some of this. Wait, is that right? So this is actually a problem at like metal gigs and stuff? Oh yeah, Hoods, this game is not child friendly. Like I would say in the first 90 minutes of the game, we got extremely drunk and like puked at a party. Well, to be fair, we also did that in Little Misfortune, but that was unintentional. This was definitely intentional. It wasn't even metal, says Celestian. Holy shit. Yikes forever. Correct. Mace works too. Mace against fascists. Haha. Hey. Hey, this is Mae. Hey, Mae. I don't know what voice he has. He just has the general voice. Yep, that's Mae. So where are you guys from? Suburban Bright Harbor. Couple of bored and bred harbor rats. Wow, what are you doing out here? Long story for both of us. I got time. Hold up, we're gonna go yell at the DJ real quick. We know him, he's a total dink. Okay, I'll be here. Bye, boys. They seem nice. This is very cool. No drinking, Mae. Okay, fine. You guys want to dance? Yeah. Can you dance, Mae? Can, like, anyone here dance? No answer. Hey, that's pretty good dancing. I like it. They're just, like, bobbing their knees and, like, moving their arms back and forth. What the hell's going on there? I like it. Hey, Scully. We're dancing. X is concerned about my idea of pretty good dancing. This is dancing, right? You just like flap your arms around. Dancing. That sounds very loud. Ah, it's alright, I'll just shout over it. Hey, I think those guys are back over there. Oh, yeah. Should we go talk to them? Yeah, we should. I can dance! I never knew. I'm gonna keep dancing. Are you sure? Yeah, I don't think I've ever danced at a party before. Okay, we'll be like 10 feet away, within eye shot, and I'll watch you. Don't drink anything someone gives you. B, I know. Alright, show of hands, chat. Who thinks Mae is gonna either do something or have something unfortunate happen to them at this party? Hello, Super Spartan. Welcome to the club. Cheese thinks that Mae will do the unfortunate. The sound isn't too loud on stream. Okay. Aria just thinks Mae's gonna die. Nice. Skelly thinks she's gonna spontaneously combust. Game over, bad end. Asparagon wants to trust Mae. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. B. I know. No, seriously. If any... B, I'll be fine. Let's go. She'll be fine. Okay, okay, okay. I am concerned. I don't think Mae will necessarily do anything unfortunate, but I think she's a bit of a target. Bounce, says Gopher, yep. Bounce. Dancing is easy. What's the big fuss? Oh, no, we don't. Alright. Okay, so we can talk to these guys. Look at these hands. This is peak dancing right here. Look at the hands. Everyone's just bobbing their knees and has like their own individual little hand thing going on, right? There's the little teapot. Who was it that pointed out the little teapot? I don't remember, but yep. There's the little teapot, short and stout. Here is his handle, here is his handle, and here is his spout. I don't even want to walk in this direction. You know, like, this guy just has a douchebag written all over him. Like, he has a soul patch. They found a way to give a bear a soul patch. I'm gonna go talk to B instead. Hey, B. Oh, hey, mate. This is Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey. Your friend B is pretty cool. Aw, she's okay. You're laughing a lot. Beatrice. That's like an old name. Like a book you read in 2nd grade. Well, a book you liked. Both these are a little awkward, right? I like ghost stories. Mae, why? Mae, why? Mae, why? I tried to pick the one that I was like, you could feasibly think might just like slide into the conversation, right? To be like, or even like wingman here, you know, like she's like a book you liked. And we could be like, oh, I like ghost stories. But then the guy could just be like, oh, I was more into this or that, right? And then you could just like slide off. No, this. May, please. Hood's wanted like a summary of the game up to this point, having not caught the start of any of the streams. Well, this is like if I had to pick one like screen to summarize like the whole game, this is a good one. This is a pretty good one. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Yeah, cheers, you're right. This will put us in the right mood to talk to that soul-patched bear. I know you wrote soulless, but I'm not gonna judge him 100% until I've spoken to him, you know? Oof. And now I have to read this out loud. Alright, so for those who are just listening to the stream, what I just said was, well, the choice I just picked was, I like ghost stories. But what Mae has actually said in the middle of a conversation where her friend is trying to flirt with some like cool hipster dude is, my granddad died and left me an apple crate full. Oh, I see, of ghost stories. Obviously, that makes it so much better. Ha ha ha. Sorry about your granddad. It's okay, it was years ago. What? This is worse! How does she make this worse? Skelly says, I'm dipping for 5 minutes. I can't handle this. Dude, I encourage anyone who can't handle this level of awkward. I'll try and get through it quickly. Holy shit. Alright, the faster we get through it, the faster it's gone. XFX says, go into game files, delete Mae's data. Yep. Alright. I can do this. I have to get past this so that everyone can come back to the stream. Alright. Bee's mom is dead too. Ha 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 ha! Mae, stop! I'm sure everyone here knows someone who died. My dog died. No, that's a different voice. My dog died last spring when my house exploded. Because there was a gas leak from when my dad hit a line. Trying to dig up the dog we had before that. Because we were going to move. And Dad said he had to come with us. Wow. So Chris, what are you majoring in? Dude, just Mae and the owl. Mae and the owl can just like go off and talk about dead pets or something. And B can keep flirting with Chris. Although he is studying political science, so you know, maybe Mae can continue talking about dead pets. Pulsar. Oh, that's cool. There are a lot of jobs in that. I just did the wrong voice for B, but that's fine. Hey Artemis, how you doing? Yes, Mae is definitely a train wreck here. Oh, I don't know. I just find it interesting. I feel like you have to be pretty materialistic to go to college just so you can get a job after. Ah, yes! Materialism. How terrible it is to want to live. How terrible it is to need to work so that you can eat food and live in a house. How materialistic. Actually, this fits. This does feel like the kind of party where people would be like, so we should all be communists. Right. That's interesting because, oh no, oh Jesus. I gotta get through for all the people, for all you guys out there, I gotta get through this. Ha ha ha. Whoa. Check out Rich Kid over here. I'm gonna pay zillions of dollars to go to college just because something's interesting. B, check this dude out. You ever worked a day in your life, Chaz? I interned at my uncle's firm, yes. Well, I bagged groceries. Okay. Mae, do you want to dance some more? Yes, I do want to dance some more. I'm sure we could go on being awkward for a while, but you know what? Let's not do that to ourselves. Sure. You should go dance. Yeah, my parents own their own business, so Oh, tell me about it. I know a bit about running a small business. Oh, thank God they're leaving. Okay. Okay. Wanna go across the street and get some pizza? I could eat, and it's a small business. You'll speak their language, get us free slices. Oh my God! Why? Why, Mae? Holy shit! Why are you gonna be like this? All right. B doesn't like spoiled rich kids, Chuck. I'll come along if that's okay, B. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I feel like this game is like... This seems much less terrible, right? Like, whatever's gonna happen here is probably gonna not be as terrible. It seems like that, but I can't help... Like, this one is so obviously gonna be terrible that it feels like a bait and switch on this one, right? B knows all about business. She's super on top of things. Super smart and responsible. She runs like the biggest store in Possum Springs. Ha 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 ha, Mae, no! What even is Possum Springs? It's west in the mountains. Oh, Mae, why are you gonna be like this? While rich kid over here is studying politicians or whatever, not what pol sci is, but that's alright. I guess it's part of it. B's out in the real world, not like you college kids. Oh my God, Mae! Mae. What? Ha 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 ha! Oh, dude, she didn't even drink this time, and she's still this obnoxious. I'm kind of over the whole college thing myself. B and I basically run Possum Springs, except there's like a ghost or something. You two live in Possum Springs? Yeah, I've got a problem with that. Wow, you drove all the way here from Deep Hollow County. Isn't it like 2 hours away? No, why would you do that? Hey, Rick, B here drove in from Deep Hollow. Are you not a student? Yeah. What? Yeah, I am. I'm... B, wait. What was that about? I think she doesn't go here. So? Dude, I don't even know. Mae, you're a bad person, and you should feel bad. Gopher says the music is good. Yeah, the music is like the only saving grace for this scene, right? The music is the only saving grace. Mikey says it hurts just as much as the first time. Yep. Yep. How does Mae have such poor social awareness? I don't know. I don't know if she's like oblivious or awkward or deliberately trying to push people away, or if she's still in her phase where she's like I had a phase like this as a teenager. I don't know if anyone else did, but where like you acted cool by being like, oh, I know more than everything else, and I'm too cool for all the things that other people like. Right? I think a lot of teenagers have a phase like that. I know I had a phase like that as a teenager. I don't know if she's just like stuck in that like immature emotional mindset or what, but yeah, she definitely doesn't know how to step outside it, right? Like, she's sort of vaguely aware sometimes that she's not doing the right thing, but she doesn't quite seem to be in a position to actually control it or stop it. But yes, let us all recover from that while looking at Papa T's Pizza. The music was so good though, Gopher, you're right. And who else was it that mentioned it? I think Artemis mentioned the music kind of, it makes the scene difficult to know how to react to, right? Because the music's great, but the content is just like, you know? Yeah, Valestian, I think Mae walking home would be a reasonable response to that. And dude, like, Jackie obviously invited her knowing that she would appreciate, like, getting out and being able to meet people outside Possum Springs. And Mae's just totally ruined that. Oh, you're right, Hexavexion. Now no one will get pizza. Won't anyone think of the small business? What did you do? I was going to ask the same thing. How in the world did you mess that up? She needs this. Now she's God knows where. If something happens to her, I will personally punch your teeth out. Okay, jeez. All right, I'm going to go up the street. You go down towards the river. We find her, make sure she's okay, and make back here. Okay. Oh, God, okay. Back in school, I always told B that you were an asshole. But I really thought that was true. And it's good to know I was right. Okay. Where are you, B? The roofs. Can get to the river quick on the roofs. Okay. Hey, move. What? Move it, goth dorks. Hey, rude. No. I need to get up on the roof. You are not jumping on my car. I will end you right here in this pizza place parking lot. You cool down. You F off. Why? Why? She's not even drunk. She's not even drunk, and this is easily as bad as the time she did get drunk. Yeah, Ari, at least Jackie is a good friend to be. Yep, Mae's gonna get beat up at this rate. Skelly says, I see things are still a disaster. Look, honestly, at least this is, like, outright confrontation. Whereas the other one, she was ruining something good. There's nothing good in this. Don't tell me to F off. Don't tell me to cool down. Get away from my damn car. If you don't get away from your damn car, I'm gonna run it over your damn head. Why? Can you even drive? Want to find out, citizen? I'm gonna call the cops. If you don't move right now, I'm gonna probably make you eat this entire car. And I can do it. I'd like to see you try. The last person I hurt, physically, I hurt him very, very badly. Physically. Seriously, I'm about to... You're about to what? You know what? I don't have time for this. No, you don't. Move. Hope you break your spine. Mikey says this was worse than talking to the drug dealer at the party. I know, right? Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, music good. Hello, Dragon. You missed what has easily been the worst awkwardness scene in the game so far. Oh, shit. I want to get back on the roof. Can I get back on the roof? Music good. Don't think so. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Can I go back that time? I would prefer to be on the roofs if I could be. No. Hang on. Okay. Okay, well, at least the rain cleared up. Oh, we found B. Look at that. Yeah, Valestian does bring up the point that if B had explained the situation, that wouldn't have happened. But at the same time, read the room, come on. All right. I have no idea what the chat is talking about. B, there you are. Are you all right? Why did you run? That's like extremely dangerous. You're alone in some college town and you don't even know. This was my party. These are my parties. I come to these so I can feel normal for like 2 hours a month. Concern troll asshole or condescending asshole? Which one, chat? Which one is Mae? A concern troll asshole or a condescending asshole? Gopher says condescending. I think you're right. Condescending asshole is kind of like is Mae, right? Whereas I feel like concern troll asshole is like her mum. Okay. This is normal. This is a bunch of dorks in a basement. College is stupid anyway. Oh my god, you complete asshole. You will never understand this, ever. You know what I do when I go to sleep? This is so freaking sad. I think like obsessively about going to college. Like really, really think hard about it. And if I'm lucky, as I fall asleep, I dream about it. I have to dream about this. This thing you're so over already is like my wildest fantasy. God. Yep. Yeah, both of these once again are bad. No, I'm going to go with you have a life. I'm going to go with you have a life. I'm going to go with you have a life because I think it's more consistent with Mae's character. It's not that she, like, is being, like, cruel on purpose or an asshole on purpose. It's that she has a really warped view of what, like, everything. She has a really warped view of everything. She's like she was making fun of that guy back in the party for being like some like privileged, understand nothing person, but she's the same. Gopher says, that is so sad. Alexa plays Super Mario Brothers 2 Jazz Remix. Gopher has transcended Despacito. All right. You have a life. No, I don't. I have obligations. I have a routine. When my mom died, my life ended too. I had to take over the business because Dad had a complete breakdown, and the bills from my mum literally dying was so bad that we lost the house I grew up in, gone. Some shitty family with their shitty kids live there now. Now we live in an apartment as my dad wastes away, and like any idea I had of the future, this big bright thing just gets smaller and darker every time I wake up from a dream about nights like tonight, and you can't get that through your thick effing skull. Dude, she absolutely did have an idea. Like, they've literally talked about this before. I want to hear what she thinks it's not fair about. That's not fair. None of this is fair. Nothing is fair. I work hard, and I take care of what's left of my family, and my life is slipping away, and I'm trapped in that stupid hardware store in that stupid town. I'm just doomed. You're not the only person stuck here, you know? You gave up the thing I can't have. I kind of hate you. I can't not hate you for that, a little. You don't know why I had to leave. Oh, I'm sure it's a brilliant reason. You just sit there judging me. Have you ever even asked why I left? Yeah, first day you were back. Yep, that's what I thought. Like, everyone has asked her and she hasn't told anyone. This is the same Mae who forgot B's mum died. Yeah, that's true. And I understand that depression especially can have serious effects on memory, but to this extent, I'm sure it can, but holy shit. And yeah, Mikey brings up a good point. Mae is making it all about her, right? This is a time when you just sit down and listen. Even if you do have your own stuff, like, this is not the time to be talking about it. Especially because you just, like, ruined your friend's night who drove you 2 hours to get here. Artemis says it can go to that level. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Dragon says this is why Greg is best friend, because he's not depressing. Greg just, like... Greg has the same coping mechanism of Mae, which is like just ignoring it until it explodes. Artemis also said, despite Mae being a complete ass, I can't help but feel bad for her too. It's why this game is insanely good. I feel like this is my impression so far. I feel like it's obviously we don't know everything that's happened in the story yet, but I feel like it's a good demonstration of how when you're having, I don't know if I'd call it mental health. I mean, there's obviously mental health in here, but this is more to do with personality. If you're having like personality problems that lead to self-destruction, it isn't just you. It isn't just you you're hurting. I think it does a good job of communicating that. That even if you think you're like just being shitty about yourself, I think it does a good job of communicating how that impacts all the people around you. Scully says, I've lost literal months. Yeah, I don't remember like a whole year of high school. The first year I got depression, I don't remember that year at all. Like I remember I remember bits and pieces, and I remember the event that triggered the depression, but after that, like a year is gone. All right. Let us continue. Mikey says, anyway, this game is great. It is. It is. It is. It's a good example of a piece of media that tries to communicate a feeling other than like anger or win or what's another, happy. It's a game that tries to communicate a feeling and an idea that's pretty negative, but let's see how it goes. Maybe it will have something else to say by the end. All right. Yeah, fast day you were back. Oh, right. So, why did you leave? I don't know. My head is in pieces right now. Any answer I could give would sound nuts. Oh. Well, that's eliminating. Oh, shut up. All this shit going on this past week. Ghosts and shit. I met God. He was an asshole. Aha. Ah. Look. We're both trapped. But we're trapped together. Better to be trapped with someone else, right? Not always. Not always. It's getting foggier, I think. Or maybe just the camera changed. listen, I'm sorry about, like, it's okay. We're like the best available friends. Oh, God. What river is this? Red Winder. All the iron in the water turns the rocks orange. Must be weird for them. All the rocks on land get to keep their colors. And the river rocks are always looking up at them. So, like, actual question. Do you think we'd be friends if we weren't, like, stuck together in the same town? Like, we were stuck together in Girl Scouts? Like, is this just, what's the word? Proximity? Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't. My entire life feels like running after something that keeps moving away into the distance, while I stay in the same place. And I guess proximity counts for a lot right now. Proximity. Stuck in a basement together, again. This crazy old basement we call life, Beatrice. Thanks, that's uplifting. Do you want to go back to the party? Nah. We can come to another one sometime. Oh my God. I feel like of these two, I don't trust Mae to do either of them, to be honest. But I feel like this one is just like a promise. This one is a promise to do something. Dragon says, don't be judgmental, she'll try. Will she? Will she? I haven't really seen her trying to better herself in any way during the game. She'll say the things, but I haven't seen her actually do it. Who's in control? I can make small choices, but I can't control the overarching narrative. I have been trying to better her, you know? I've been trying to, like, get out there and talk to people and see different perspectives. I've been talking to B instead of Greg. Hex of Exion says she's busy losing her mind and talking to God. Mikey brings up what's actually a good point. Mae does what she wants. You know, that's kind of a good thing about this game too, right? There's a lot of games that have like a morality system or like a choice system like this where you really can sort of choose to be a good guy or a bad guy. This game, it's more like, well, Mae is a complete train wreck and there's no fixing that. You, the player, have no control over that. But we'll let you choose like what specific assholery Mae does. It's almost an illusion of choice, right? I'll learn to talk good to whatever guy you're obviously trying to get with. Oh, good. Thanks. B, you should have told me about everything. Yeah, this is Celestian's point. I agree with it. If Mae had been, if she was going to bring Mae probably should have been told what was going on. I was embarrassed. My entire life is embarrassing. B, I am like more embarrassing than you will ever be. Thank you. I guess at least she's self-aware. Hang on, I have to check something. Okay, give me a minute. And we're back. Let me have a look at what the chat has had to say while I have been gone. Yeah, Skelly, I like your point there. Providing the illusion of choice also serves the purpose of communicating the experience of knowing you're not going to be saying anything good. The situation is going south, but you just can't stop yourself, right? You don't have the self-control. You don't have any other options available to you. Yep, your better judgment cannot subdue your snap judgments and lack of filter. You're right. I think it does a good job of communicating that for people who, you know, might not have experienced that, might not have had that as a personal challenge. I think this game does do a really good job of communicating that. Yeah, good game. Dragon, thank you for gift. Did you gift this to me? I feel like you gifted it to me. I think so. You have Haagen-Dazs. Good for you. What flavor? I'm waiting to see what ice cream Dragon has. This was a Christmas gift from 2 years ago. Amazing. Vanilla. The most, what would you call it? Like, how would you call it? It's like, what's a good word when it's something that's simple, but when it's done right, it's good. It's so good. You know, like it's, I don't know, fundamental? I can't think of a good adjective, but it's good. All right. B, I am like more embarrassing than you will ever be. You are like stronger and smarter than anyone I've ever met. Thanks. And you're not as big a total idiot as I act like you are. I'm a jerk sometimes, I know that. But you're a genuinely good person. I'll take it. I don't know if she is. She wants to be, but I don't know if she is yet. You know what the Fort Lucerne fish fountain would say? What? Beatrice Santello. We should get burgers and shakes on the way home. Oh wow, a revelation from God. The good God, the fake one. Okay, you. Let's go home. Home again, home again. I just got an achievement called Best Available Friend. Amazing. Mayday BB. Stuck together, don't suck together. What? What? Gopher says vanilla is the most vanilla of flavors. Well, there's certainly no flavor more vanilla than vanilla is. Asparagus said, by accident, I bought 2 chocolate cakes today. How do you accidentally buy 2 chocolate cakes? I'm not gonna disagree with the goodness of the situation, but I don't know how you do it accidentally. Okay. Hi. Hello. Oh, wow. You okay? No. Oh, she talked to Dad. Okay. So what's going on? I don't think I can talk about it. You're gonna have to start talking sometime, kitten. I wish I could. Why can't you? Where to even start? It's just, I've been having these dreams, and I keep thinking I see a ghost. A ghost? And I've had these horrible nightmares that feel really real, and I think something really bad is gonna happen. And I've been running around doing all this stupid stuff, and where's it all going? What even is my life right now? I think I patched up some stuff tonight, but like, everyone is on their way somewhere else. And I had that big fight with Mum. Kitten, it's okay. That's not even counting the money problems. Yeah, money problems make everything worse, I know it. and I can't do anything about it. I don't even know if I could hold down a job. And how am I ever going to survive? And shh, kitten. Take a breath. Okay. Why don't you get some sleep? Can I just stay down here for a bit? As long as you like. Garbo and Malloy. Malloy. Garbo. Ever think about, you know, the afterlife?
I don't have a life as it is. Why, Garbo? Do you think there's someone up there watching?
Hey, I just hope anyone's watching at this time slot.
These are the big questions, Garbo.
Don't get any bigger, Malloy.
Are you a churchgoer, Garbo?
Hey, the last time I was in church, they hadn't invented religion yet.
You were making it up as we went along.
Okay, so we all think there's a God, right?
We should have potlucks. Can't have a church without potlucks.
You could, Malloy, but it would be a whopper!
Coming up next, Garbo and I contact the dead.
Amazing. You like the laugh, Mikey. I had a drink at the start of the stream. It is gone. I need to get another one. Otherwise, the voices will not continue. Only the voice cracks. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Griff says alcohol streamer. Oh, no. You can't be drinking alcohol while you're doing voices. Alcohol is dehydrating. Alcohol is dehydrating. That would just make things worse. I am drinking lukewarm tea. Lukewarm tea. And I have no alcohol tolerance anymore, Skelly. So that will be happening zero time. Tell that to comedians and musicians. True, but they also kind of have trained voices. Hex of Exco wants me to pick between Garbo and Malloy. Garbo's the dog, right? I think I like Garbo. Dragon wants me to pick between cat dad or cat mum. Neither of them are, like, great parents. Maybe cat dad? At least cat dad didn't try and blame us for the family's money problems. Cat dad is great. Cat dad really isn't offering us any, like, super big, like, active help. Oh, Asparagon, I saw your note about how to accidentally buy 2 chocolate cakes. Well, I'm sure somehow you'll survive having 2 chocolate cakes. I missed the good mum scene. Yeah, you're right. I did miss the good mum scene, Artemis. Cat dad was an abusive alcoholic, though. You're right. I forgot about that part. Hello, Jane. How are you? Thank you for the resub. 23 months. Wow, it'll be 2 years next month if you resub. Thank you so much for the support. All right, let us continue. Aria is appreciating the tall hats in the photos there as well. I am also appreciating those. All right, let us continue. Hey you. Hey me. I am so tired from tonight. I bet. Did you run all the way to the river? Yeah, on the roofs and stuff. Well, that was the intention. That and dancing really take it out of you. Did I ever play more Demon Tower? No, I didn't. That's like really, that's really nice, Mae, that you did that. Oh, it wasn't nothing. Go get some sleep. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for running after me. Oh, I never go away. You'll never be rid of me. No response. Oh, no response. I can think of worse fates. Hey, kid. Went to a party. Danced at a party. Ran around in the rain. Wow, sounds like an awesome night. It was a mixed bag, but all in all, I'd party again. We need to do more parties. You are very right. All right, I'm off to bed. Laters. All right. Hey, why can't I click on Shackle? Oh, I have to press the different button. Shackle. Yeah, Mikey, I kind of agree. B is too nice and understanding. I feel a little the same. Maybe she's just like very worn down from taking care of family members who aren't really treating her right either. All right, let us sleep. That is the wrong button. Bedtime? Yes. Oh, no dream that night. Okay. What's up, Angus? Oh, Angus just keeps updating his away message. Hey kid, snack falconing, work, 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 till I die, die, die. Hello, Mae. Pickaxe, at it, me, you know the drill. Okay. Unless this is the dream. How are you, Jane? Hope you're doing well. Hey, bird. Things are like really intense right now. Pray to your bird gods for my soul, bird. Yeah, Dragon, I will. I will do Greg. I will do Greg today. Jeez. Feels like it's been years since I got back. Saw this again. Good morning. There's my little sunshine daisy. Are you feeling any better from the other day? Sleeping a lot, but feeling worse. Okay, well, I'm going to make you an appointment with Dr. Hank. Oh, geez, Mum, it's fine. It is very much not fine, hun. I'm an adult. I can make that decision. Correct, by the way. Parents do not be making medical appointments for your children, I guess, unless they want you to. Like, have a conversation. Have a conversation about it. Don't just tell them you're going to do it. When you're here, you're still my baby. Oh, vomit. Nope. 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 That's a nope from me. Nope. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, infantilizing? No, thank you.
When you're here, you're still my baby, and I'm making you an appointment. Mae, hun, I'm worried about you.
I'm okay, Mum. See, this is the problem. If you force your concern on people rather than having a conversation about it, you put them into a defensive mindset. It is against your goals. Listen, I keep thinking about the money problems and the house, and I'm just so sorry. We wouldn't be in this situation if I wasn't such a massive screw-up. I just want to fall into a pit and die right now.
Mae, it's okay, really. We'll figure something out. This isn't on you to fix. I'm sorry if I made it seem that way.
I'm sorry if I literally said it was your fault in a very aggressive manner.
What's done is done, and we're a family together regardless. Please stop worrying about it. Whatever happens, I love you. I need you to know that.
Oh no, that was Mae. Whatever happens, I love you. I need you to know that.
You too.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Hoods, you'd never heard the word infantilized before?
You sure you don't want to stay home and rest?
Nah, I've got stuff to do.
What is it you have to do?
I don't even know, honestly.
Oh, hun, please take it easy.
I will.
Love you.
Love you too.
I keep the really good prescription headache meds on my nightstand. I can, like, give you half of one.
Only half?
Honey, you're, short? Half would be fine.
It's fine, Mum.
Okay, let me know if I can be any help.
Thanks, Mum. Mae is becoming her mum, Dragon says. Well, it's kind of the problem, right? If you're only like role model for how to be a person is a parent, then even if you don't want to be, you're probably going to develop their same methods of dealing with stuff. Let's see if Rabies is here today. There's Rabies. Hey, Rabies. How's life? That's good to hear. Back in school, we had to write this thing. Like, if you could be anywhere in 15 years, where would you be? And it was an easy assignment because I drew it when I was 15 and it hasn't changed. Except it was 20 years then. I'm on a farm, or something like that. But not with like animals or crops or something. Maybe corn? I like cornfields. Maybe here, maybe in like Idaho or something. And we're there. She's there. In the drawing, she's a she. And we're married, or no, like whatever they do in Idaho. Americans, do they not marry in Idaho? Is this some American trivia that I don't know? Marriage forbidden in Idaho. They only marry potatoes in Idaho, says Dragon. I see. Leave some room for potatoes, I guess. My teacher wrote, I think they just get married. But no, I mean like out on the frontier. You just stay with someone long enough that it's a thing. Whatever. I can call it what I want. Anyway, we go out and wander around and do work together. And we come home and we're all gross. And your face feels like it does when it's been windy all day. It's cold out. And we order pizza. My teacher was like on a farm in Idaho. Yeah, there's a town nearby in this drawing. It was a big drawing. And we eat pizza and I'm playing a video game. And she's making something. Like she does woodworking or she's a blacksmith or something. So she has really rough hands. Teacher was like, she's doing woodworking and or blacksmithing in the living room. And she has boots, but like mine are muddy, but hers are all scuffed up from work, from the wood or the fire or something. And we have 2 big burly cats from a barn. And a dog. And we all howl at the moon together. Parts of it I've wanted since I was a kid. The cats and the dog, at least. No children. No children. No children. How about you, Rabies? Does Rabies want babies? Do you have big plans? Too true, Rabies. Too true. Alright, I'm off. Thanks for saying hello. See you around. Be safe and eat trash. And common pests. Can I sit again? Or is this just like to enjoy? Dragon says, how's there going to be babies if it's 2 she's? Dragon, I'm not the person who should be having this conversation with you. Skelly, it doesn't even have to be adoption if it's 2 she's. Yeah. Oh shit, that's not the button I wanted. There we go. Oh, I just pressed the wrong button again. Cool, cool. Very cool. Okay. Possum Springs. Rabies Springs. Yeah, IVF is a thing. Go for. Oh look, it's Auntie. Auntie, right? She's the auntie? Yeah. Griff says just go down to the clinic to give your pet an IVF. I am confused. Oh god. What do you want? Hello to you too, Mae. Well, I wanted to let you know. We ran a test on that arm you guys found a few days back. Oh, really? Now we find out if it's really an arm or if it's one of Laurie's props. Yeah, thought you'd be interested is all. Definitely. Oh no, it's a real arm apparently. Arm belonged to a middle-aged man and medium build, and he was dead when it was removed. Whoa, that means it doesn't mean anything yet. I just thought you'd like to know. I just thought I'd share this probably confidential information with you. You always liked detective stories when you were a kid. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks. This ghost is seriously messed up. Ghost. Wasn't no ghost involved in this, whatever it was. Yeah, nobody believes me, I get it. Be careful, Mae. Strange stuff going on. Yeah, you're telling me. Have a nice evening, Mae. Okay. Asparian food magically appeared in front of you? That is fantastic. That is the best magic. Cheese brings up an interesting philosophical question. If our aunt... Is our aunt being a narc by telling us stuff, making us the man? Truly one for the great philosophers. Hey, Selmas. Jeez, Mae, you sick? Nah. Just tired. Got a headache. Why are you out running around? I'll get over it. Yeesh. Take it easy, neighbor. Can do. Want to hear a new poem? Sure. The stars, like lights on cars, drive across the dark and never park. It's true, they are like that. I got one ready for longest night. Oh? Longest night. Longest night. Night so dark, but stars so bright. Nice. Thanks, I'm feeling festive. Getting cold early this year. Don't bode well. He's run out of energy to be angry with us for being on his porch. Okay. Where was, Stargazing Neighbor? He was on this roof previously, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, the music's sounding very cool at the moment. Hey, what happened to our jazz friends? Let's go check it out. Oh yeah, did I look at all the pictures that we had? I think so. Rabies. Boing, 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 boing. Boing! Bullshit. That's absolute bullshit that that we end up on the ground after jumping off at a high height. Anything new going on here? Don't think so. Oh yeah, right. We had to go tell the... Bruce is gonna have gone and we had to tell the pastor about it, right? What's this? We got statues of stern dudes for miles here in Possum Springs. Who's your favorite town folk? Chat. Wonder where Bruce has got to. Actually, I know. Really? Yeah, he told me not to tell you yesterday. Tell me what, Mae? Bruce is going home. What? Yeah, he's going home to his kids. I guess they're all waiting for him. Oh. He seemed pretty happy about it. Okay. Thanks, Mae. Are you not happy about this? Thanks for letting me know. She says, are Bruce's kids alive? I don't think it's ever been implied that they're dead, but it's more like he's kind of estranged from them. Oh, Gopher! Thank you for the resub! 28 months. That's 4 times 7 months. I hope. Yes, it is. Good. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty strongly implied for the game that it was like that the happy story that was being told to Mae was not the like actual reality, and it's like Mae's obliviousness that means she believes that, right? Gopher says, I don't know why that happened. You didn't intend to have the resub message? Amazing. Your sub anniversary is on the 25th. Twitch being Twitch, I guess. See, you can't resist coming here. That's God calling you. Oh, geez, I'm betting not. God's patient, hun, like nature. That is such a creepy statement. I find it comforting. I got this creeping dread thing going on, so just ignore me. Okay, hun, can I do anything? Not really. Love you. What is it? I don't know. Purposely committing this scene to memory. Taking a brain photo. Yeah, like when I was a kid.
Your dad was great with the games to keep you quiet in the car. He sure was. I still do it now. Snap! Gotcha picture! Snap, snap! Gotchas too! Love you, sweetie. You too, Mum. I'm so worn out. Why don't you go take a nap back in the library room? Oh wow, I haven't been in the library room in years. It doesn't get a lot of use these days, but it's nice and quiet and peaceful. Okay, I might do that. Door back there's unlocked now, so have at it. I'll be out here. Did Mum unlock that with her mind? Skelly says, do you think Mum Cat listens to Christian rock? I don't know. Maybe like the most like mild version. She unlocked it with her faith in God, said Dragon. No, I say Dragon. No, not Dragon. Jesus. God. God unlocked it. God unlocked it for Mae. For Mum. Thanks, Mum. No problem, sweetie. Cool. Oh, sleepy. I like, Mae just phasing in and out of existence! What the fuck? Well, it be Gostin. Oh, this must be her granddad. Yeah. Granddad. Hello, cybernetic cuttlefish. Spooky. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the idea of having like ancestor spirits being around to watch over you. I feel like they'd be super busy, right? I guess Mae's granddad isn't too busy. He just has like what, like her dad and aunt? I don't even know if Molly is her mum's sister or her dad's sister, but yeah, the further you go up the family tree, the more relatives you've got to watch out for, right? That said, ghost or not, I don't know how I feel about people watching me sleep without my knowledge, so it's definitely creepy in that sense. Dragon, my understanding is in a lot of East Asian cultures there's various festivals honoring ancestors, but I don't know if like the watching thing is... She is sleeping next to a graveyard, points out Dragon. That is true. Like in Japan they have obon, where you give offerings to your ancestors and you clean your family's graves and stuff like that, but I don't know enough about Chinese culture to make comments on it. Basically my only knowledge of that element of Chinese culture is based on the Disney film Mulan, in which there are ancestor ghosts. So I'm sure I have the absolute best possible cultural knowledge available, you know? Alright. Let us continue. Cool. Teleported outside. Wing. Let us find jazz people. Oh my gosh, it's a rat on the roof. Do you think it's one of our rats? Do you think we've unleashed a plague? I think we have! I think we've unleashed a plague! Gopher says,
if ghosts exist, they wouldn't just be watching you sleep. You think your great granddad will be I'm not going to use your exact phrasing on stream, Gopher, but you think your great granddad would be discomforted by the amount of time he witnesses you performing necessary daily actions? We've got a lot of people defending rats and questioning my use of the word plague. It is correct that they are not a disease. On the other hand, we probably shouldn't have, like, raised rats to run around the town, you know? Mrs. Miranda should meet whoever lives here. They can talk fridges. I could, like, see what's in this dresser. Mae, is this what it's come to? You're stealing from a stranger's weird apartment? What even are you doing with yourself? And they probably don't have anything good, so there's no excuse. I'll come back tomorrow and see if we can steal anyway. Must be weird to sleep in this bed every night, alone in the building, except for Teller's off a couple floors down. Maybe they work there. Just come downstairs in their pajamas. Hey everybody, I just woke up and I live at work. Oh god, that sounds horrible. It does sound horrible. What's even in this closet? I feel some shoes, some shirts, I think. Okay, they've got a golf club or something. Oh weird, they have a sword in here? I could take the sword and rob a bank. Hands up, citizen. I'll jam this sword in your neck. Haha, I could wear a mask and a cape. Who was that dashing thief that threatened to stab the bank teller in the neck? Ugh, my life is a wreck. I'd probably stab my own neck on accident. Get it together, Mae. But seriously, where does this person pee? It's a valid question. Mike, you think your granddad would be playing rugby with Elvis? That is a very specific afterlife.
You okay?
Oh shit. Oh, she just sat down, okay. Yeah. I'm like only half here right now. I'm just tired.
Are you sick or something?
I don't even know anymore.
You should get some cold medicine and some crackers and ginger ale. And lay in bed and watch bad movies.
Thanks for the advice, Doc.
Don't mention it. Mae, you okay? Mae.
Sorry, spaced out there for a sec.
You should, like, see a doctor.
I'll get around to it.
Thanks. No problem.
Alright, well, I'll probably see you later.
Probably.
Nothing certain, I guess. I'm a little worried for Mae's mental state.
Okay. See ya.
Rip. Cat. Cat. We are high up. I can't remember where I'm trying to go. Here maybe? No, maybe I have to get up higher again. Gopher says the cat is me, but animaler. That's correct. At least 50% more animal. Dragon says I have contributed to the circle of life by raising those rats. Oh, I suppose you're right. My legs are still sore from running from that dude.
I'm just sore in general, and tired in general.
My life doesn't involve a lot of running.
I feel like I should have some sort of clever comment to follow that up.
You can get back to me.
I like Angus. Angus glasses, yes, says Gopher.
Yep. He do glasses, that is correct.
Angus McBurger, Gopher says, without context. I feel like I need a little context for that. Hey! They are playing together! Everyone in chat is happy for them except Gopher. Gopher, explain. Explain. Gopher is against companionship. Oh, Gopher, you looked away when this happened and you lost a 1 hour risk of rain run. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh. Oh no. I'm sorry that I brought Jazz into your life at the exact wrong moment. Hey. Hey. Hello. You guys gonna play together? Yeah. Thanks for making this happen, kid. Wow. Huh. What? I just realized that, like, I did something helpful. Like, I came up with a plan and did something good. Is that strange? I feel like I just stumble into things all the time. Introducing you two is like, I meant to help out two strangers, and I did. And now you're gonna play together and fall in love. What? No. I'm in a long-term monogamous relationship. I am not in the market. And my son takes up most of my attention. Oh. Did I make it weird? You made it weird. Very weird. Damn it. That's alright. She just made it weird for, like, her to be here, right? They'll just be happy playing together afterwards. This wasn't here before. Yeah, I found them backstage. Can't believe they're still intact. Must be 60, 70 years old now. The original Deep Hollow Hollowers. Try saying that 3 times fast. I'm in a video. Deep Hollow Hollowers, Deep Hollow Hollowers, Deep Hollow Hollowers. Okay, I think I did an okay job. Mae, on the other hand, said Deep Hollow Hollowers, Deep Hollow Hollowers, Deep Hollow Hollowers. Deep Hollow Hollowers. DHH. Who are they? Jeez, kid, how long have you lived here? My whole life. Well, then you got no excuse. The Deep Hollow Horror. Oh, God damn it. Haha. The DHH were the premier dance band in the Deep Hollow County. This was their club. 4 of them. Violin, sax, tuba, accordion. Oh. That's them. That's the band. Yep. Polkas, waltzes, old tunes from the hills. 20s through the 40s. Took this town through some hard times. They were on that famous anthology of Appalachian music from the 60s. I don't know if that's the correct way to say that word. That is a word that I have only read. I don't actually know how to say it. Yeah, a big piece of local history. What happened to this place?
Google says go for it now. No, says Google it now. I will do so. All right. It looks like there's multiple Wikipedia lists that you can have Appalachia, and Appalachia. All of those seem to be acceptable. Unless it like has... Oh, toponymy and pronunciation. Okay. Let's see. In northern US dialects, the mountains are pronounced Appalachians or Appalachian. Well, hang on. What's the difference there? Oh, it's either Appalachians or Appalachians. Okay, but yeah, it's lay. In southern US dialects, the mountains are called the Appalachians. Amazing. It's originally a Native American word, and then in English you just bastardized it. Yeah, it does happen. Okay. What happened to this place? After they were found out in the woods, it passed from owner to owner for a long time. Found? Out in the woods? Oh yeah, weird story there. They got spooky. Or kind of religious. Spooky? Yeah, they talked about taking trips out of their bodies and were playing for ghosts that had been through here. Huh. Folks thought they were just being weird and poetic, but who knows? They were also getting kind of old. That's weird. In the end, they stopped coming here and started playing out in the woods on these little bandbox thingies they built. Or at least that's what people figured. In November of '49, they found them dead way out there. Died of exposure. Frost froze them to their instruments. Had to peel them off the ground. One of the great what the fuck moments in Possum Springs history. Holy crap! How have you not heard this story? No, it's just... Nothing. The world is big and weird. After they were gone, this place's days were numbered. And now, for the first time in God knows how long, the Huskabee Ballroom shall hear music again! And it's a full house. Pigeons appreciate quality. This makes me happy. Save the happiness for when we're good. Yeah, let's get good. This place could use some good. Well, that's one thing about music. It fills empty space. Nice. Aria says, and now they play the dream circuit. That they do. That they do. Hex of Hexagon, I'm not sure if it's the places we walked by at the start of the game, or if it's the things we see in the dreams. Clearly Mae realized that's what she was seeing in the dream, and she was like, well, that's pretty bloody weird. Okay. I guess I don't need to go find the spot where the other guy was, right? He's inside now. Oh shit. Streamer Greg is crying, says Dragon. We'll get there, we'll get there. I just want to talk to the guy who's reading the news. What's in the news? Birds flying south early this year. What does that mean? They know something we don't. How do birds know things we don't? What the heck? Well, that's it. Shipping out tomorrow. Can't believe you actually landed the new job. Yep, moving on to better things. The kids excited? Oh yeah, they'll love it. Might take a while. Well, yep. Maybe just one more, huh? Yeah, one more. Go smelters! Yep. Oh, they have to be apart for work. Cheese, I'm not sure birds can eat magnetic fields. Nor see gravity, nor hear UV. But I think some birds can see UV. And there's definitely birds that have some sort of like magnetic ability to sense magnets, right? They can see magnetic fields. Is that a thing? Sense? Yeah, sense is probably better, right? You shouldn't be able to see a magnetic field, I guess. I mean, you can see what a magnetic field is doing to things though, so maybe. Mikey says everyone knows birds are just cameras for the government. Bless you can see walls by screaming at them. Gotta get that echolocation. I mean, I feel like I can sense gravity as well, just quietly. I'm pretty sure I know when gravity's acting on me. Hey, Germ.
Hey, Mae. Totally, what's up? Other than the obvious, you seem something too.
Do I look any different?
To me, you do.
Thanks for your attention.
Do you want to come? Got a trampoline.
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Gopher says you actually can't sense gravity. Take that. All right, put it this way. I know if something on me is being affected by gravity, and I know if I'm falling, but I can't say hand on heart that that means I can sense gravity. Gopher also, however, says that birds aren't real on account of they're just flying chickens, so I'm not quite sure what to believe. I believe in trampolines. This is really weird.
Why?
I never pictured you coming from somewhere. Thought you just appeared one day in a parking lot.
Oh,
sorry, that was weird.
It's cool. A lot of folks from town never come back up here.
Got a lot of cars.
My uncles are here a lot. They fix cars with my dad.
Do you drive?
I bike. Better for the environment.
I just keep finding things out about you.
What? We're all gonna die from temperatures and water.
We were literally just talking about climate change in the chat. This is your tire?
Nah, it's for my sisters and my cousins.
You have sisters?
Yeah, they're out at church stuff right now. That's why I invited you over. It's like adults' night here.
Adults' night?
One night a week, no kids.
Germ knows because he's a bird. You're right. Hexavexon says there's a bird with dodeca vision. That's amazing. But aren't flies like that as well? Birds can read chat. That's their superpower. Gopher says dodeca vision sounds like a marketing term. It does.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you should meet my mom.
Should I?
It's polite since you're eating dinner here.
I was kidding.
I couldn't tell.
You okay?
I'm nervous.
Why?
Come on. Hey, Mom. This is Mae. She's eating dinner with us.
Hi.
Hello, Mae. I hope you like sloppy joes.
Who doesn't?
Nobody in this house. I thought you two should meet before dinner. That's very thoughtful, Jeremy. I'm going to introduce Mae to Grandma. Oh, is that what this is about?
What?
Can I? You don't need my permission. Whatever happens is on you.
What?
Come on.
Nice meeting you.
You too, Mae.
Yeah, I can't believe we weren't allowed to say everyone knows someone who's died to the mum, right?
Oh, here she is. Sturdy girl.
My granddad said that. Did you?
This is Grandma.
Hello.
Mhm. Okay, well, see ya.
Wait, what? You're looking at me.
Sturdy is a good word for you. Big bones, stout.
Yep. So, is that it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I upset you?
No.
Too bad. You need to be upset. What's coming to you, little girl, is 3 times the trouble you deserve. You are gonna go down hard. Not far from here. You will go down in these woods.
Are you like telling my fortune?
Little girl, I don't know what you did. You've got a dark spot in you that one day is gonna take a life. Might be someone else's, or it might be yours. Mark my words. You're doomed.
Okay, I'll try to remember that. Or actually, no, this is stupid. You don't know me. Whatever it is that's wrong with me, yeah, I'm not just an effing shell for my problems to walk around in. You got a dark spot on you. What the actual hell do you know about me anyway?
I can't stop what's coming. But ask you a question you can't answer? Can you unhaunt a haunted house?
What?
How'd you go in there for a second?
What?
I'm just joshing you. I have my fun.
What is wrong with you? That was seriously messed up.
You're a good sport. You go outside now, dear. Let Grandma watch Judge Janice.
Okay, see you around.
Not likely. Little girl.
Yeah, I love her too.
Don't tell me what Grandma said.
Why?
When Grandma tells you something for you, it's yours. And if you give it away, it's gone.
What does that mean?
Watch this.
Trampoline! Holy crap!
Come on!
Whee!
Hey, there's a familiar face.
What?
I've seen you a whole bunch.
I don't...
I'm invisible.
Don't let him spook ya.
He's been working on your street. Department of Transportation. You don't see us, but we see you.
Oh yeah, hi. Thanks for fixing our street.
Yep, we're nothing. Yeah, he's been doing the easy work. My crew's been out climbing all over those bridges in Saltstown.
Oh, they open yet?
Hell no! That'll be the day. Here's Stan Broski's kid, right?
Yeah?
We used to see him down at Miller's a bunch. Probably good we see him less now.
Yeah.
He didn't mean nothing by it.
It's cool.
Back when, your dad was something else. He's up at Ham Panther now, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty anti-union, huh?
Yeah, he's mentioned that.
Yep. Your dad's all right, kid.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
How do you know my dad?
I don't. I just felt left out of the conversation. You tell him Ham Panther management can go straight to hell.
Okay, that's weird.
Ain't nothing weird about it.
I like these union uncles. Jeremy, we going out to Hunwick this weekend?
Yeah.
What's in Hunwick?
Old computer show! Nice. Gonna look for an old Compudon 80. Play some Wanderers of Clorgan. Bunch of dweebs over here. Yep.
Okay, well, if I bounce around anymore, I'm gonna puke.
No need to keep bouncing. I'm not gonna be lonely.
All right. So, like, why?
Dinner! Hold that thought.
Hello, hot dog and astronaut Mike. That was really good.
Glad you like sloppy joes.
Who doesn't?
What were you gonna say before dinner?
Oh, yeah. Weird to ask, but why did you invite me up here? I don't think even Greg has been up here.
Nah. Greg's cool, but like, Greg's got things pretty much figured out.
Yeah, Greg's the best.
Like, it seems like you've been having a hard time lately. And I thought you'd just like to chill out for a bit. Everybody else is like going somewhere. Or wishes they were. But you're just like, not. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks for dinner.
Thank my mom.
No, just thanks. I've had a really long fall.
I know. Glad you like sloppy joes.
Who doesn't? What a good friend! I love this bird.
Gotta go now.
Bye. Germ's spooky grandma. Germ's got a whole family. Germ, a good guy. Correct. Very good. I'm having a look at chat. The jumping, before the dialogue started, I was controlling the jumping. After the dialogue started, I wasn't controlling the jumping. In fact, if you saw a couple of times, I ended the dialogue before I actually said it out loud. That was because I was trying to control the jumping and it didn't work out so well for me. Oh, still nothing going on here. Poor Greg, says Dragon. I know, we have come to the end of the stream. We have not visited Greg. Hood says, how old is Mae, if I may ask? You probably don't know why I'm laughing having read that. But that's because Mae on several occasions has been very insistent about her age. She is 20. She is 20. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand in the snack falcon as a promise to all of us here. Actually, no, we're gonna do one more thing first before I end the stream. And that is, I want to check if sausage dog old woman is down here to talk about our granddad. I don't want to miss those. Okay, she's not here. Cool. Yep, Nick Possum Springs. Alright, so we're gonna go stand in the snack falcon as a promise to myself and to Dragon that we will talk to Greg next time. And then we're gonna raid a streamer that Gopher knows before I leave you for the evening. Alright. Shit, hang on. Where's the... How do I exit game? Alright. Cool. So the next stream of this will be on Friday, unless, you know, I'm tired. Unless I'm too tired to stream, like I was on Sunday, or if something comes up. You're going to lose sound now while I work out how to raid people. Alright. Galen is playing The Walking Dead, so it is, if you're in the mood for more narrative game, I have more narrative game for you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. See you later. And take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.